It's always an exciting time to have you join us on the program Healthy Living with yours sincerely, Oluije Oihohai. Today on Healthy Living, we'll be looking at improved access to family planning as a tool for economic planning, stability, and development in Edo State. Now, to do that with us is the person of Ada Abieyuwa A. She is Edo State Reproductive Health Coordinator, Ministry of Health. She will be joining us via Zoom. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ITV. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to talk on family planning.
Okay, now a quick history on family planning rather. Family planning in Nigeria has a history marked by evolving policies, social shift, and ongoing challenges. Now, initially, the efforts dated back to the year 1960s, focused on pilot projects and gradually expanded with the adoption of the National Policy on Population in 1988. Now, coming down, subsequently, policies and initiatives, including the National Reproductive Health Policy and Strategy in 2001, had sought to expand access to family planning services and improved reproductive health outcome. Now, Mrs. Ada Abieyuwa, first off, we want to know family planning. How far has this race been in Edo State?
The race of family planning in those days has been awesome, and with the governor putting everything in place, currently for Edo State, access to family planning has been with all facility. That presently in Edo State, all health centers in Edo State, both primary, secondary, and tertiary, they offer family planning services to every woman of reproductive age, that is, women between the ages of 15 and 49 years old.
Considered as a vital tool for economic growth.
Yeah, when you talk about family planning as a vital tool for economic
Economic growth.
development,
Yeah.
we have to look at it from the aspect of economic benefits. What are the economic benefits to family planning? When you are able to plan your family, you will be able to save for other things that you need to do. The educational aspect of that, of your children, will be safe. The catering of the family, taking care of your family will be easier for you to manage. And you will also have fund to also move into housing, into education, into other areas of the family and your life endeavors, which will not stress you or take out of your time or take out of your pocket in another aspect. Also, we also look at reducing poverty. For a young couple who have one or two, who decide to plan for two, they have an opportunity to work within that two, to plan for that two, and to cater for that two at their own pace, because those children have been brought to life because they know they can take care of that too. You can't compare them with a family who have up to six or seven. With the economic challenge, if you have up to such numbers and you are not so wealthy, taking care of them will be a problem, and it will lead to poverty in the sense that you will want to put them to school. How can you afford a good education for them? How can you afford their healthcare system? How can you afford their basic needs for them to cater for those six or seven children, comparing them with those that have one or two? Also look at looking at their resources. The resources of the home, when you have more children, will be reduced. because you want to fit in the needs of the children at the expense of your income. And which is supposed to be, your income is supposed to be something that you can use for the family and also have a reserve. But if you have more than enough, it may not be enough for you to use for those aspects of your life which you want to use your income for.
In all of this, what has the ministry been able to do to be able to take this information down to the rural areas?
Okay. We have tried to, the Ministry of Health, we do our best to ensure that we go for community dialogues, we go for stakeholders engagement meetings, serve in different communities to create awareness, to create that sensitization for them to know the benefits of family planning. So I think the Ministry of Affairs have done a lot by even creating, like what we are doing now, a media sensitization to ensure that even the people at the hard to reach areas, they have access to family planning through the implementation of programs of family planning.
Okay, now let's look at data as far as data is concerned in Edo State. Now,
Yeah.
if we date back to when it all started and now, has there been an improve?
Yes, we have a great improve to family planning. If you look at far back 2018, our contraceptive prevalent rate was 15. And presently, with the awareness, it is, if you go along the street, it's hard for you to see a mother that will tell you, I don't know anything about family planning. Despite there is no, you always have challenges, we agree. So with the awareness creation, our data have tripled, or will I say have doubled. We've moved from 15% to 24.7%. And I know by the end of this year, we are going to move above that. And you know, we normally use survey, and with our survey, Edo is doing great.
So, what are some of the cultural or religious, backgrounds that has made some persons not actually toe the line of family planning?
One of the cultural barriers or challenges that we normally have on the field or that women have out there,
Yeah.
one is stigma. People believe when they, mostly for those young women, unmarried women, they believe when they take up family planning method, they'll be stigmatized. And we have seen cases of this mis and misconception. When you take up family planning, you can't give birth, which is not true, is a misconception. If you take up family planning today and it's time for you to remove it, whichever method you have taken, when it's time for you to remove and you remove it, you are 100% sure of your fertility. 100% sure of your fertility. So most women believe that stigma that when they take it, they cannot put to birth, and people will look at them as barren. So they don't always go for family planning because of that stigma. And also, we also have gender roles. Some persons, when we talk about gender, they believe the women are not so important. They are the women are limited. So most time when they give birth to women children, they want to still give birth more and more so that they can have a male child. Some will tell you it will be the male child will be the one to succeed them. So with that, they keep giving birth, which is a barrier to family planning. Also, we also have a religious challenge. Religious challenge, there are some churches, some mosques who preach against the use of family planning method, like the pills, the condom. Some will tell you they prefer the natural method of family planning. Natural method of family planning is not 100% safe for unwanted pregnancy. But when you look at the modern contraceptive method, they are safe for family planning. So we encourage the religious leader to support family planning. We are not saying do not put to birth, do not give birth, or do not get pregnant. We are saying give birth to the number of children you can cater for, and also give space in getting pregnant, so that the woman will be healthy, the baby will
Okay.
be healthy, the
All right.
woman will have a healthy lifestyle. So we also talk about belief and prohibition of contraception. Prohibition of contraception. Some will tell you, my husband said this, my husband said I should not take this contraceptive. So with these different religious belief, contraceptive prohibition, traditional values also, some will tell you my tradition does not accept family planning. So these are some of the challenges that we normally have, because we cannot say it's finance, because from what I know and the policy of family planning is free in Edo.
It's
So
nice to know that this issue of family planning is being taken serious, especially when we look at women in Edo State. Now, we want to look at some of the challenges in accessing this family planning. Yes, the biggest challenges in improving access to family planning in Edo State.
looking at the challenges of accessing family planning in Edo State,
Yeah.
one of them is, I would say, the leaders, like the religious leaders. If the religious leaders support the drive of family planning, it will help us to improve maternal and child health in Edo. Also, we'll also be looking at our women being able to go out of, as in being able to, will I say, pull out what they know, learn and relearn. How? Because of our myths and misconception. Because we've had women talking about myths and misconception in a wrong way, in the sense that women will tell you when you take up family planning, it leads to obese. If you take up family planning, I had a case who said it passes through the heart, the uterus, and affected someone's heart. And some will tell you, I was having profuse bleeding and it could not stop. Those are challenges which we know. And also access to facility. Some will tell you, the facility close to me, I don't like it. If you don't like the facility, you can go to any other facility. Edo State government has made it easy for us by training all nurses in Edo on family planning and reproductive health services. So they are good in what they do as far as family planning is concerned. So to me, facility shouldn't be a problem. Then for myths and misconception, if you have any challenges or if you have any questions you want to ask, move to any nearest facility close to you. You can get answers to your question. For family planning that it leads to obese, from my history and from scientific research, there is nothing of such. Fine, every drugs, as far as we are concerned, have their side effects, but obese is not part of it. Transferring from to the heart is not part of it. But for those challenge, for those signs and symptoms of family plan, which is migraine headache, you can have profuse bleeding, or you can have amenorrhea. If you go to any healthcare facility, they will tell you the right thing to do to resolve it. Also, I will still tell you there's still lack of awareness. We still need to put in more effort in creating awareness to rural areas, which we are doing, but we can't finish it one day.
Yeah.
So we also endeavor, we encourage our media houses, our stakeholders out there to help us preach the good news of family planning.
Okay. Okay, now
Yeah,
let's look
what
at
we encourage.
okay, let's look at how family planning can be integrated into broader development and health plans. Quickly now.
Other development and health plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Like what we do in the Ministry of Health, we've been able to integrate the religious leaders. We have a stakeholders of religious leaders which we work with, which we still want to expand. Also, we'll also be looking at other MDAs which we work with, like the Women Affairs, the Ministry of Justice. We work with other NDAs that, or even social workers. We work with market women to improve the access of family planning. The IYEKIs, the chiefs. We organize a stakeholders meeting, a community dialogue where we come together and talk about family planning so that to increase the services of family planning. Because when they know, it is what you know you can give out. So we try to bring family planning close to everyone's doorstep so that when they know about it, they can help us move on with the awareness on family planning.
Okay. All right, now before we let you go, let's know your advice to policymakers and families out there.
Oh, to our families out there, I'll say encourage everyone close to you. Try as much as possible to give birth to the number of children that you can cater for. And try as much as possible to space your children to help increase bonding between the family. It helps to increase love. It also helps to build our financial state. So our religious leaders also will say, help us to pass on the information on family planning. Family planning is not is not something that is bad, or it is not a sin. It is a way of improving the health of mothers and children. Thank you.
We say thank you so much, Mrs. Ada Abiyayiwa, Edo State Reproductive Health Coordinator, Ministry of Health.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we
you.
have been looking at improved access to family planning as a tool for economic planning, stability, and development in Edo State. And I'm very sure that you have been able to take something home today as regards family planning. So we'll be seeing again next week for another exciting time on Healthy Living. Do have yourself a blessed day. Bye for now.